My name is Joab. I am 12 years old. My favorite thing to learn is English. I want to be a pilot. I want to go all over the world.
Joab Onyando lives on a hill outside of Nairobi, Kenya, in a vast squatters' camp called Kibera. Nearly 1 million people live in this square mile. Kibera receives no water, sanitation, or electricity from the state. When we first met Joab in 2003, his life had been transformed by Kenya's recent national elections. After almost 40 years, fees for primary school were dropped, offering every child in the country a free education.
I think the school is the beginning of life. Like in Kenya, if you don't go to school, you don't get job, even you cannot survive. Everywhere you go, they ask you for certificates. Where did you learn up to?
Joab's father had lost his job working in a restaurant and was unable to afford the school fees. Now, thanks to the new law, Joab was starting first grade at the age of 10.
The way I see it, if he goes to school, his life will improve tremendously, and he'll be able to get me out of this misery. So I always encourage him to read and learn, so that he can come to help me much later.
The implications of Kenya's free education policy were stunning. In January 2003, 1.2 million children who had not been in school poured into the school system in a matter of weeks. Joab's school, Ayani Primary, took in more than 700 new students, including hundreds of orphans who had lost their parents to AIDS, a tragic reality throughout Africa.
Good morning, school. Be ready for the prayer.
We are talking to God, so don't talk. Thank you, God, for caring for us this week that is ending. Remember, many people who are sick in hospitals. Other people are very hungry, they have no food.
Joab's class had 74 students and one take-charge teacher.
The number 3 and the word 3.
Joab is a bright boy, very enthusiastic and ready to learn.
The number first. Correct? Yeah. The word 3. Correct? Yeah. Why don't you roll for him? No. Faster. Come on, I clap.
Joab seemed poised to succeed in school, but some months after our first visit, his mother became ill and, at the age of 28, died.
I like my mother because she was a good mother. She always took care of us.
His teachers noticed troubling changes in Joab.
He would come to school dirty. He told me he had slept hungry for some times, and he was looking for money to go and buy food for the brother and the younger sister.
Having lost his strongest supporter, Joab found himself losing friends as well.
My mother died. Nobody didn't want us, even his friends. Now even when we were playing with their children, they were chasing us away.
The treatment Job received is not unusual. While his mother's illness may or may not have been HIV/AIDS, rumors spread in his community.
There's a problem with the people around here because if they find anybody who is sick and died, people just say that is HIV. That's the problem. Yeah, to spoil your name, to spoil the name of the family. You see.
3 months after his mother's death, Job dropped out of school.
And I think the playmates were trying to lure him to go to the streets. Here in Kibera or in Nairobi as a whole, a street child, they sniff glue in order to forget their problems. So they are dirty, they don't eat, and they can snatch anything valuable at any time.
Job ran the risk of becoming one of Nairobi's 60,000 street children.
He was a young boy. He could not accept the death of the mother because he really loved the mother. So we were wondering where he had gone to.
A month later, Job returned to school.
When we found him dirty, the head teacher gave some amount so that he could go and shave the hair first. And then we also gave him some uniforms which were donated by the children who had left school. He told me, "Teacher, I didn't know where I was heading to. But now that I've come back to school, I will not let you down again." So that is a boy we rescued again to come back to school.
Often the first to arrive in the morning, Job has been back in school for 1 year and has just started 4th grade. Like children throughout the world, he's learning English, math, and social studies. His curriculum also covers the health crisis that has affected nearly every child in the school. Since his return, Job has been chosen as prefect, or class monitor.
When I asked the other pupils to select a prefect for me, in fact, they gave me his name because they know he works.
I like being chosen to be a prefect. I can help our teacher even if our teacher is not in school.
Can somebody else tell me another province that we have in Kenya?
Central Province.
Very good. Is that clear?
This year, there are 92 in Job's class, and he ranks 3rd among them. So far, he has made good on his promise. Job has not let his teachers down.